am Nafio Neza. I live at Bulivu. I'm a farmer. The big challenge is land acquisition. Then where the land is situated, whether it is close to water, your advantage is very, very high because you can plant with irrigation so that when there are no rains, you can irrigate the crops.
But to be able to transform the agricultural sector, you need to significantly increase productivity. And one of the elements of productivity increase is water. Making investment in irrigation is very important because it allows farmers access to water all year round. It helps them to reduce dependence on rain. It reduces this vulnerability to the impact of climate change.
Agriculture in Ghana is recognized as the mainstay of the economy, with a great impact on food security, poverty reduction, rural development, and social stabilization. The food crops subsector is dominated by smallholder farmers, and some of their challenges include access to litigation-free lands, reliable water, and good access roads to their farms.
Wanyagba nenge hiominodio wa made reno a choke neke hiomione nyoye keke nyoe flood hiomino tuepe omono ni buo ibuo mo ne hiomine bed kakaka 5 a point.
Our roads were so bad.
2016, when we had a drought, it was very difficult. And to avert that, we had to invest $1.2 million to build a pipe, 4.5 kilometer pipe, from the water stream into our farm.
Anytime it rains heavily, we always have flooding, and it affects us a lot.
In response to these and several other challenges to improving agriculture productivity, the government of Ghana, through the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, is implementing the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project with funding from the World Bank.
GCAP, which is Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project, is one of the most important tools by which this ministry seeks to support Ghanaian farmers, especially those in the savannah areas where they have only one rainy season, which lasts for only 4 months.
GCAP has one single objective: to improve agricultural productivity and production of small-scale and nucleus farmers in selected project intervention areas. For this project, there's reformation, rehabilitation, modernization, the last term sustainability. Reformation applies to the two key state institutions, Ghana Irrigation Development Authority and ICOR, formerly called Irrigation Company of the Upper Region. ICOR is in the Upper East Nabrongo, and JIDA is headquartered in Accra. We are reforming and retooling these institutions to play their role in the new paradigm. One, we've built modern offices for JIDA and ICOR and equipped it with all the necessary infrastructure to be able to perform their role. We're training their engineers and the other technocrats to bring them abreast of the modern practices in management of irrigation facilities.
The restructuring of JIDA was to get all these major irrigation schemes to be rehabilitated. One is the Tono irrigation scheme, which is being managed by ICOR, and then also Pond Left Bank irrigation project, which is at Togome. And the third project is KIS. KIS is a Pond irrigation scheme.
The Pung Irrigation Scheme, KIS, transverses the towns of Esutrari and Akuse, respectively in the Shai Osudoku district of the Greater Accra region and Lower Manya Krobo municipality of the Eastern region.
This scheme is a multifaceted scheme. The construction started in 1969 and was completed in around 78. We have a total area of 4,052 hectares. I said it's a multifaceted because we don't only do rice cultivation. We do what we call aquaculture production. We have areas for fish farming, tilapia specifically. Then we have areas that we do banana cultivation.
Golden Exotics is part of the Pong irrigation scheme. It's by far probably the biggest farmer on the irrigation scheme. Golden Exotics farm is 1,700 hectares banana farm, which includes a 600 hectare organic farm, which is the biggest organic banana farm in the world.
Around 1984, there was another rehabilitation which the funding was sourced from the African Development Bank. Since then, we have not done any rehabilitation. We had some issues with the canal, the roads, the infill roads, the drainage system. So there was a need for government to come in once again to do rehabilitation.
The scheme currently covers approximately 3,000 hectares with the dilapidated state of infrastructure at all these sections.
Irrigation goes hand in hand with drainage. So to the extent that the irrigation system had deteriorated, the drainage system had also deteriorated. We have what we call Section A, which has a total area of about 1,100 hectares, and Section B about 980 hectares, and then Section C, which is occupied by the Golden Exotics Limited, which covers an area of about 1,200 hectares. Most of the work that we are doing now involves work in these two, in Section A and Section B. For Section C, we are installing new pumps. It's a high-level area. The other areas are gravity systems where mainly rice is grown. The consulting team is made up of engineers and other professionals from Ghana Irrigation Development Authority. And we are supervising an international consultant, top international engineering corporation.
你像这个贮区啊，贮区咱现在干的贮区就混凝土，这个浇筑，包括这个就是保证这个贮区能供水。再一个就是田间这个道路建设，还有一个咱主要就是田间观望，这三大板块。
We have about 247 kilometers of road to do, and 88 kilometers are in Section B, where we are now. We've not tackled Section A yet, so we are dealing with 88 kilometer roads in Section B. For now, we've done about 44 kilometers. That's about 50% of the roads. But they are not completely done. There are two-layer roads, the base layer and then the wearing course. This, what we can see here, is the base layer which they have laid to transform this road into these states. All these roads, all over, this is how the states are now. But before they leave, they will put a course wearing.
The modernization aspect of the project is that we are automating the irrigation system. Hitherto, all the irrigation scheduling was done manually. But then with this system now, we're introducing automation, where some of the gates, the main gates, will be done automatically from a central point. And that will improve water use efficiency and water distribution efficiency. Because of the lockdown, some of the factories that we deal with here in Ghana, they shut down for a little while, and it affected our material supply lines. Apart from that, for the automation equipment and things, we are and the pumps, we are bringing them from China and India, and the lockdown in those countries has also affected the manufacturing of those pumps. Even as we speak now, we are not sure whether the factories in India and China are back to work full time. So that is seriously affecting timelines for delivery.
In compliance with the Environmental Assessment Regulations of 1999, LI 1652, and the World Bank safeguards policies, particularly OPBP 4.01, GCAP has prepared an environmental and social impact assessment and environmental and social management plan to guide the construction works and the scheme's operations after rehabilitation.
There were farms and there were areas that people were also living. And because of that, we had to prepare the resettlement action plan.
We ensure that each worker is well protected. We make sure that these communities are protected from our impacts such as dust. We also make sure that the contractor put in place safety signages, advantage places to warn all users of the area of the activities that are going on. Where we have dark trenches and other things, we cordon those areas from public activities.
To ensure the long-term sustainability of the irrigation scheme and subsequently the GCAP investment, an effective scheme management structure has been designed with encompassing water user association formation and development in partnership with private farming, agribusiness and other business entity management.
And now with that reform, it means that they have to focus on their regulatory functions and leave the management of the schemes to the private sector, working with the farmers to ensure that we have solid maintenance of the facilities for other generations to come and benefit from it.
So, what we're doing is to ensure that we put in strong, robust management to manage the scheme.
We want the investment or the irrigation area to be fully utilized, so people become more productive, they make money, and then they use part of that money to maintain the infrastructure that you have made.
First of all, we need to ensure that the farmers are able to change their attitude and mentality to be able to use the facility efficiently so that the schemes will be sustainable.
It was agreed that the farmers, who are the main beneficiaries of irrigation schemes, should be made an integral part of management.
And I think that's important when it comes to after the rehabilitation. There's a want by the government to involve the players, the industry, in managing the scheme afterwards, and we're very interested to do that.
The KIS has 15 branch associations. And these 50 branch associations has a central executives that coordinates the activities of the 15 associations.
The project has brought a lot of benefits, and that is direct and indirect jobs. They've employed a lot of masons, carpenters, drivers, laborers.
You know, after the rehabilitation, I know that things are going to change.
It will bring more benefit to the up-and-coming youth to see farming as a lucrative activity. Yes, our income level will be raised, our input level will also be raised.
It's going to enhance farming activities, and the benefits is very high because we could even grow 3 times in a year. We have a normal flow of water.
The rehabilitation and modernization works are ongoing and soon to be completed, so farmers and beneficiary communities can have access to the full benefits of the new and improved scheme.